Hello everybody, CW here. Okay, we're back with the Tuffy. And what I got here is an oil covered barrel. I just squirted a little bit of oil in this stud here, and it got all over the bottom of the barrel. All right, what I am doing, because we figured out that the cases that I fire formed in the 410, you guys didn't know it, but I did. My plan was to use them in here, but they don't go. They hit the edge of that end of that chamber where a 45 Colt would hit, and they won't go any further. So these will be reserved for the 410s only, or if I do end up reaming this, but we're not going to do that yet because there's another way to conquer this, maybe. So I took out another dozen 444 cases and I annealed them all the way down. Now we know there's a step in this chamber. You saw it in the previous video. If you didn't watch that, watch the previous video on this, the initial video on this rifle, the Tuffy Survivor 410 45 410 video. Anyway, 444 goes right in, no problem. So I am going to load these up, and we're going to fire form these to fit this chamber. We can size it when it expands to 45 caliber, no problem. Sizing it out here down to fit is where the problem's going to rise. I'm hoping that it doesn't expand to the point where it gets too big to work, because I don't know what to size that with. We can try sizing it with a 44 mag die, partial sizing, maybe. I don't know what diameter that is, and I don't have pin gauges here to measure that. So we're going to do this and see what happens. So we're going to load these up the same way we did the first ones, with a fast burning powder. Prime it, fast burning powder, jam down some tissues, fill it up with some media, jam more tissues, and see if that's enough to fire form these out to this. I don't really want to shoot shot down here because it's going to lead hell out of the barrel. The shot shells that we'll shoot in 410 are going to have shot cups around them. I don't believe the shot cup will fit. Of course, I can check it right now, can't I? Oh, wait a minute. Of course it'll fit. It's for a 410. And this is a 44, so we're already bigger. All right, so I guess I could. Make up shot. Now, it's not going to seal because it's 410. It's not 410. It's made for a 44. It's made for a 410 case, plastic case, and this is a 444 case, so it's got some gap. You know, it's got some slop around it. I'll show you here. Let me zoom in. Wow, that thing really zooms in now, don't it? Where am I? Okay. See the slop? The littlest bit will allow gases to escape, so it won't work. So it's got a seal. This is the 444 Marlin brass. Wow, this thing zooms up like crazy now. I had no idea. This is the new camera. Anyway, so we can use the 410 shot cup, so I can shoot shot in it. So maybe we'll do that. Sorry, I hit the camera. All right. I'm not going to do this on camera because YouTube doesn't want us to show reloading. So I will get these primed up and charged up and come back when I've got some ready to go, and we'll finish up the video. All right, I got the cases primed. I got them charged with powder, and I've got an over powder card, which really is an overshot card, but I'm using it as an over powder just because this has got a lot of crumblies in it. This is just a cushion wad, and they fit snugly inside the cases. So that's what we have so far. Now I'm going to charge them with the shot. Put the shot cups in. You can't really see inside there good enough to know anything, but they're all charged with powder and the 2 cards. Now there's quite a bit of room in there, so I'm hoping we get enough room for the wad and an overcard to close it up. So I'm going to do a test fit here and see what we get. Stand by. All right, so I did have to trim the pedals, but I got a full shot charge in there, and that should be just enough room to get a over powder card in and then some glue. So I'm going to do the rest of them. I think I'll set you up, and you can watch me do this in speedy mode. Stand by. And here's the last one. Cut about, these are working out to be a shy 1/4 of an inch cut off. And it's not a big deal. You can shorten that up. It doesn't mean anything, doesn't do anything. And I'm just compressing it in there with a screwdriver. I seated those waddings pretty tight, so I'm not worried about this being compressed overly tight. And as far as the amount of shot we're putting in, I know we are in the range of what we're supposed to be with 2 full shot cups. So we're a little bit less with this being 1 1/2, 1 3/4. So it's fine. I'm not worried about it. And then we're going to put these white cards over the top. And this is just an overshot card, just a piece of cardboard. You can cut these out. These I bought, but you can cut these out with a case. Sharpen up a case with your spaceship tool, and get a piece of block of wood, soft wood like pine or something, or 2x4, and you can punch these right out of milk containers, cream and coffee containers. Boy, yeah, just the sky's the limit. Notebook pads, the back card of a notebook pad, they all work fine. There's really nothing critical. It can be anything. This one here, that one I cut a little bit long. The petals are just a little bit long. I hoped that it would have pushed in a little bit, but it didn't. Now we're going to come back here, and that one too, I hoped it would have pushed down. I did a little bit. We're going to tamp these down just a little bit with our tool here. See if we can get them to seat just a little bit. You don't want to go crazy banging on these, because you're going to just deform your shot and cause yourself patterning problems by having flat shot. But we're going to tap on it a little bit on a couple of these just to see if we can get a little more room. See, I knocked that right off. I just touched it. I'm going to put this in here. Now, where's the one that was not so flat? All right, that one's not bad. That's seated down pretty good. So did that one. So did that one. That's just the flat of my hand. I'm not really hitting very hard. And this one here, yeah, just fine. And the rest of these set down good enough. Gave us a little bit of a lip for the glue to have a place to sit. That's all we're after. Just a little bit of space for the glue. And here's the glue. Regular old Elmer's glue. And basically I'm just getting it in there so that it touches the side of the case and it touches that cardboard. You don't have to fill it up per se. You certainly can. It won't hurt anything. But all you really need is around the edge to keep that card from falling out. And it will shrink a little bit. I'll show you these over here on the other side, because I did these 2 nights ago. So they should be all cured. I'll give you a nice close-up on what that glue looks like when it dries. Now these are the 444s that are going to be formed for the 45-410 stepped chamber. I'm going to have to keep them separate and mark them somehow. It's going to be pretty easy because I only have a few 444s for the other gun. So it'll be pretty easy. Plus, they should be obvious after we're fired. Should be pretty obvious what they fit, what they're for. This nets us. It only takes a second to do this. It is a little bit boring to watch because all I'm doing, you don't really see what I'm doing, but I'm just squirting glue in there and spinning the case. And again, we're only doing it to hold the overshot card in position. It provides a little bit of a resistance and seal to let the pressures get up, but it's pretty minuscule what this does for that. I really don't think this is very strong. I did have one fall apart on me previous time I was at the range. So I don't know if I didn't get it glued good, or maybe I missed it altogether, or maybe it just failed. I really don't know. But this one here lifted up on me again. Oh, pushed back down. Okay. I thought it was going to stay up. And the last one. My flow is stopped. I must have a booger or something in there. All right, there we go. So let me show you these. One of these that was previously done that we can see pretty good. I guess this one is as good as any. Let me zoom you in. And hopefully it'll focus. Come on. Come on, come on. There we go. All right, you see a little bubble of glue right there on the inside. And that was filled with glue. Well, not filled, but it was, wall to wall with glue. And it shrunk right down and stuck to the sides. All that shiny is glue all the way around the sides. So it's on there pretty good. And this is one of the 303 British herders. And there we go. So we're going to fire these off in the 410, and they're going to fire these off in the 45 410. We'll see what we get. And also, if you didn't notice, I decided on the red dot over the scope. It was just too big. And I may go with the reflex, but that reflex is a cheapie. And this is a cheapie too, but I think this is a little better than the reflex. So we'll see. That's it. Wait for the range video. CW out.